What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to talk about the special election in Arizona, so Arizona's 7th district, and we're also going to talk about the ramifications of this victory for the Democrat. So if you didn't know, Adelita Grijalva, she won in Arizona. Now, she is the daughter of late Raul Grijalva, so this is a special election, but this election has ramifications tied to it. And we're going to talk about the ramifications, and this ties into the Epstein files. So we're going to talk about that in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this clip first, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Here we go.
In Arizona gave Adelita Grijalva a decisive win in the special election for a House seat previously held by her late father, Representative Raul Grijalva. In a social media post, Grijalva thanked her supporters in Arizona's 7th congressional district, writing, quote, "Now let's get to work." CBS News congressional reporter Torian Small is working on Capitol Hill for us this morning. Torian, great to see you. What is the national significance of this win in Arizona?
Yeah, good morning, Errol. While this victory wasn't necessarily an unexpected outcome, considering this is a very deep blue congressional district in Arizona, this does now shift the scales on the balance of power here in the House of Representatives. That count is now 219 for Republicans, and it will be 214 once Grijalva is sworn in for Democrats. What that means in the short term is some of the bipartisan and at odds controversial legislation could potentially move forward, considering the fact that there are a few Republican defectors in Thomas Massie of Kentucky, Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, looking to force a vote on releasing the so-called Epstein files. With this, they could have enough votes to do so, Errol.
Okay, so first let me show you the district map here. So Arizona, if we move down here, Grijalva, she won here. So now we're at 214 for Democrats. Republicans are at 219. Now we have 2 more special elections before the end of the year. So we have one in Texas, and a Democrat should win that one. So we'll put that blue. And then we have one in Tennessee, and the Republicans should win that seat. And so we're going to be looking at Republicans are at 220, Democrats at 215. And so this is the current Congress. Now, I do want to show you, I want to move ahead a little bit, and this is what we'll be looking at in 2026. So we'll fill these in. We have the 3 special elections we just went over. So we'll fill that one in blue there. We'll go back down here. We'll fill this one in blue. Now, understand in Texas, they did redraw lines, so the districts are a little bit different. And then the Republican seat here in Tennessee. And so right now, we have about 21 toss-ups. Democrats are at 202. Republicans are at 212. And the special elections have already been conducted. Now, we could potentially see some changes in California. They've redrawn their districts. However, it has to go before the Californians. They have to vote on it. And so that will happen, I believe it's November 4th. And so in California, if Californians do vote for Prop 50, they vote in favor of redistricting, then Democrats will probably be able to get 4 or 5 seats. And so that means Republicans will lose 4 or 5 seats when it comes to California, but then Republicans will gain 4 or 5 seats in Texas. And then in Missouri, they're talking about, or they've already approved redistricting, and they might be able to squeeze out 1 more Republican seat in Missouri. And then we have other states that haven't acted yet, but they're talking about they're going to be drawing new lines. We know that Utah is being forced to draw new lines. And in Utah, Democrats could gain a seat. So you see how this is going. It's just like the redistricting wars. That's what we're looking at right now. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how this impacts the Epstein files. So if we are to fill in, and we're just going back, this is the current map. Okay, this is the way it looks right now. This seat just changed in Arizona. So now it's 214. So Democrats have 214. Right now, when it comes to the Epstein files, what they're trying to do is they're trying to move a discharge petition. A discharge petition means that you don't need the speaker to bring a proposal or bill to the floor. And so what a discharge petition does is it goes around the speaker, because that speaker has the power to bring bills to the floor. But if you get a discharge petition, which you need 218 votes, if you get 218 votes, you force that vote to the floor. And that's what they're trying to do when it comes to the Epstein files. So release the Epstein files. They're going to have this discharge petition. And so now they have the 218 votes that they need, because you have Democrats at 214 now. And as soon as Grijalva is sworn in, she said that she is going to sign this discharge petition, which would give Democrats 214. And then you have 4 Republicans right now that have already signed the discharge petition. So that's 218. And so now you have enough votes to force this vote in the House. Now, it would still have to pass the Senate, but it puts a lot of pressure on senators, especially senators who are running for re-election in 2026. And so we'll have to see how they handle it. But right now, it looks like they have the votes in the House. Now, something could change. You could see some of those Republicans, like I said, there were 4. You could see one of them say, you know what, I'm going to back out. I don't want to do this anymore. But I think if they did pull out in the last minute, they would catch a lot of flack for that. And remember, in the House, you're running for re-election all the time, basically. But 2026 midterms is right around the corner. And do you really want to be in that situation where you signed a petition to release the Epstein files and then you changed your mind? You probably don't want to be that person. So that's what's going on right now with the Epstein files. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.